Oh no, I just got bit. I just got bit. No way. I was not expecting that. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so risky, but I gotta do it. I don't know if I wanna throw the bubble gum. I gotta do it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Screw the bait. Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, we're not going. We're not going. I gotta try to get him up. I gotta go. I don't know what to do. Hold this 1 second. We gotta get him. Don't get any deeper. Well, what's going on, folks? Welcome back to the 200 Pond series. My goal, as the name implies, is to catch bass at over 200 ponds, not just in Texas where I'm from, not just in the South, but all over the country, and heck, we may take this thing global. Now, for today's episode, I am here in Minnesota. As you can tell by the attire, it's no longer Texas. I'm in pants, and I honestly could be a sweatshirt. And even though I come up here a ton in the bass boat, I haven't spent a whole lot of time actually bank fishing here in Minnesota, and there are tons of opportunities for that. So I thought, what better way to begin pond fishing here in Minnesota than bringing on a special guest, Mr. Sam Sobey.
Welcome, 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 welcome to the Metro. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, come along. Today we're gonna do a little pond banging, and I'm excited. Haven't fished this pond in years. There's potential, but in Minnesota, there's always potential for it to freeze out, so...
Always potential, that is true. Sam and I have been friends for a very long time. We don't get to see each other very often because, again, we're separated by 1,000+ miles. But today, we are not separated. We are together. You're gonna see my fish and his fish. Hopefully, we're both gonna catch fish.
We're going fishing. I'm excited because A, I haven't fished this pond in a long time, and B, Tyler's fished ponds from basically California to Canada. I'm excited to see his approach, my approach, and just see what the bass are doing.
Exactly.
I don't know if they're gonna be post-spawn, still spawn, or maybe some pre-spawn.
We'll find out. So enough talking, let's let the adventure begin here.
And get down to pond 123.
All right, let's go down to the pond.
Ooh, to bring the coffee or to not bring the coffee?
Depends what kind of poops you're gonna have.
I know. Little jitter juice in the morning, work the frog.
Sam, walk us through conditions here. What do we got?
Conditions today, like a week ago, it's blazing warm in Minnesota. Water temperatures skyrocketed. And then this past week, it's just been a little bit of a cold front. So they might be a little temperamental, but at the same token, those water temps should still be pretty warm.
And it looks like we've got really clear water. I mean, like, I don't even know if there's a visibility you can count more than clear. We've got a little bit of lily pads starting to grow, not a whole lot yet. Not sure if they're really providing any kind of, you know, cover from the sunshine much at all, but we've got that. We've got some cattails.
And there is some milfoil and coontail in this pond, which is cool.
Yeah, I can see that already, which is surprising that it's already grown up.
It's nice it's not overgrown, and a lot of these ponds and small lakes kind of in the metro this time of year will be overgrown with pondweed, and it's gross and make it tough to fish. We're lucky today. Looks like this is pretty free of pondweed. Do we just start here?
We can just start here, why not?
I like it. I like it, okay.
I did just see one very dark bluegill, almost looked kind of Florida-esque as far as the bluegill goes. And we have a few other anglers out here with us this morning. So if we see one of them catch a fish, we'll try to show that on camera.
And straight up current conditions right now, high suns, 50 degrees, it's a beautiful morning. Had a lot of wind past couple days, but this morning it's beautiful and calm. I feel like how could I not start out with a little stick bait?
How could you not?
How could I not put a little pizzazz on the back of this? A little wacky, just a little chartreuse marker.
Oh, you're gonna crush the city. And the lures I'm gonna start with, very similar to the last pond I fished in Iowa in the series. We're gonna have a wacky worm, Mach stick. I'm gonna have a black and blue jig, because again, even in clear water, these bluegills are very, very dark. So it's not like you have to go super natural. I may change that to a different color later on. And then I have my swimbait rod. I just don't want to throw the exact same swimbait I fished last time. Because I don't have any more of them. I only have one, so I don't want to waste it on ponds. I want to catch some giants in lakes on that thing during this trip. So let me whip out the tackle bag here and see what I can tie on swimbait wise. And as always, I have this exact tackle bag I'm using linked down below. You can use code TRF2025 to save yourself some money, 20% off your entire Evolution order. And I will have both my tackle that I catch them on and Sam's as well, even though we don't use the exact same brands. Honestly, that's kind of cool. Y'all get to see two different brands and how they work in the same pond. And actually, I don't know why I opened that compartment. I'm gonna get down here because I've got a few pre-riggers. I've got this one right here, super weedless, and I've got this one that is, of course, not weedless at all, bottom hook, and this one that's top. Honestly, I think I'm gonna go with my favorite line through. to start off. I literally drove through the front yesterday though. Like I saw the huge line of clouds and the cold wind that was coming from the north. So we're kind of post frontal, makes me think it may be a bit tougher, and the weightless wacky is probably going to be the way to go. But if I can, I want to catch them on something fun because it's Minnesota, gosh darn it. And on this series, 1 bass caught is considered a success. So when you have twice the anglers, you got to catch 2 bass, 1 for each of you, or else today was not successful. But we're going to have a good time regardless.
I know you're about ready to cast, but I think we should move. That bridge is just like in my brain.
Sounds good. I'm not going to disagree with the Minnesota guy.
Before maybe other folks roll on, we should hit it first.
All right, Sam says we got to go. All right, the bridge. We should just get on top of the bridge at least to look. Y'all will see a drone shot of what we're seeing right now. Looks like, Sam, we got some sand bottom. Oh yeah, it's pretty dang shallow. I'd whip your frog out there. And this wind does not make things easy. Yell if you catch one. Oh, now this is looking like a good spot. I see some bluegill popping off here. I just don't like how shallow it is. Well, even though it's really shallow, I'm gonna make a long cast out there with the swim bait and just start quickly reeling with my rod tip up here. Don't think I'll be able to totally rule out fast fishing by doing this, but it'll be good to know relatively quickly if they'll bite doing something speedy. And the reason why I'm starting swim bait as opposed to vibrating jig, because they're both greater on grass, is because the swim bait is quieter, less presence in the water. The only noise is the paddle tail, whereas a spinnerbait or a vibrating jig or a lipless crankbait or even a square bill, man, those things make some noise. And so with the conditions, I just don't think the bass are gonna be wanting. Matter of fact, they may hate stuff with noise today. That's my hypothesis. Generally, post-frontal bass are very lethargic.
All right, if Tyler's focusing in on that swim bait, I'll still focus on the wacky. 2 totally different approaches. The wacky rig is so legendary and just catches a dang bass everywhere. But if I do hook up, I got a lot of cheese and lily pads to bring it through. So kind of a double-edged sword. I feel like I'm gonna get bit, but landing it could be tough.
Oh, that was a bite. That was a donk. Problem is, I can't make a wacky rig cast that far. So please eat the swim bait again. No. Oh, I got piked. Dang it, Sam was right. I guess if the local hammer, Sam Sobey, tells you there's pike, you should listen. All right, there goes 15 datas. See, that's why I'm not throwing the G flag. I can't lose that bait. Let's get out my other swim bait. We're gonna go with the big old Rage Swimmer, this time on a very weightless hook. Could I still get piked on this? Absolutely. But with it being totally weightless, I can actually fish this thing a lot slower than even the barely weighted top hook. Let's see how she swims. Oh my goodness. Look at that, y'all. And honestly, with how much salt's in the bait, it still sinks pretty fast. Let's go. Come get me, pike. I dare you. Gosh, I got bit again. What's out there? I mean, dude, I'm getting bit. Oh my gosh, I'm getting donked. Hope y'all could see my rod tip there. That was a donk.
Any nibbles?
Oh, a pike.
A pike?
Yeah, I got piked. How about you?
Yeah, I got 5.
Shut up.
No, nothing yet. New spot location. I'm gonna creep my way in here. It actually looks like there's some more depth on this side of the pond, which is cool. Come on, little wacky. Get on down there and wiggle. Get on down there and jiggle.
All right, that's enough of the swim bait at this spot. Now, y'all know me, I like to move around a ton, but you're gonna see me fish a lot more places sedentary, staying here in the same spot, because this pond, or these kind of connections of ponds, have a very limited bank access. Yep, and it's even too shallow way out there for a jig. Let's leave.
We're bushwhacking now, bushwhacking. This might be wicked shallow, but uh-oh, I think it's a bite. Hooked up. What do we got? Oh no. Oh, it's a nice bass. Get up here, buddy. Get up here. Boat flipped him over the freaking cattails. Here we go. The wacky. Oh no, I'm definitely in water. Oh, the white vans. The white vans are gonna be brown vans after today. Beautiful pond billy. I'm gonna shoot him back here. See you, buddy. Oh. Definitely a risky play. Boat flipping them on the wacky through the cattails. Back here in kind of this little corner here. I do like this area because I don't think many people would probably come in here and fish it. And also it just seems like, I don't know if there's a little drain or this is how it feeds underneath the walking path to the other one. It's just at least another little neck down area and kind of hard to reach. All right, we got one.
Hey, on what?
On the wacky.
Could have guessed. Yeah, I hate to show you all the exact same bait 2 episodes in a row, but That's kind of the best bait for these conditions, and the previous. If you got pre-spawners and cruisers, it's the best, and if you got post-spawners post-frontal, it's the best. Now, of course, a drop shot can work as well, and weightless soft plastics of other varieties, but really, a weightless wacky or maybe barely weighted Nico and a drop shot are the best ways to go if you've got shallow water or deep. Gosh, that wind is chilly. Now, before we head to the next spot, I've got a cool idea for a new series I'm gonna call Local Spotlight, where I let the locals tell me what they've caught on their pond. Would you mind being on camera? Sure. Let me get my microphone off so we can ask this local how he catches them here. All right, who are you and what's your name?
Carl Jacobs, how you doing?
Doing good. All right, how long you fished around here?
About a year.
Okay, and what's your biggest bass out of here?
Close to 6 pounds.
Ooh, you got a picture?
I do.
Oh, let's see it. Oh my gosh, what a giant. What'd you catch it on?
That was on a mini chatterbait.
Okay, well, hey, they're in here, I guess.
They are in here.
So I may be skunked so far, but the locals have it figured out. Thank you, man, good to meet you. Yeah, good to meet you. We'll see you around. All right, that was the first installment of Local Spotlight. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that. If you ever see me out fishing at a pond, make sure to come say hi, because you may be the next guest.
Oh, uh-oh. Here we go. Yep. Tree pounder.
Any nibbles? No nibbles. Wonder if I can get over there. That's my plan. Well, it kind of looks like a good spot to fish if I can make a cast. You know what? If the wacky worm is catching, I'm just gonna go ahead and flip that to start. Wonder if I can like clear a lane. Yeah, this is not easy. Wish I had waders because I could easily get all up in this stuff here. I'm gonna get my phone out. That's a guaranteed way to catch one.
All right, last cast in this little cut, then we're gonna move on. I need to look at the map here. Okay, that's what I want. I don't know how well you can see that on the map. Always look at a satellite or aerial map, see if anything stands out. And right here, it looks like there's a culvert. I don't know if it flows in or out or has any flow at all, but you always gotta hit a culvert or an inlet. It's just a high percentage spot. Before I go stand up on it, I gotta throw one right in front of it just to make sure I'm not spooking. So this little pond that's connected to the other pond, this one is much dirtier. I don't know if it's good or bad, but this water should be much warmer if it's a lot dirtier.
Oh, I hate not catching them. But hey, y'all have been asking for tough ponds that are not, you know, private stocked, manicured lawns. So that's what we're doing. I just gotta catch one, man. That's all I need. One is a success. I'm gonna walk down this way with just the wacky. Fish just a few of these openings real quick, but I really think it's too shallow over here. You know what? I actually like this corner a little more than I thought. I'm gonna go get all my gear. Let's check in with SobeCam.
Okay, so standing on this weird looking culvert thing, I see like an actual culvert over there. It's a little bit of a walk, but I think I can access it. And if there's any water that's draining off into there, that could be the ticket. It did just rain all day yesterday. Sometimes pond fishing right after it rains can be super good just because any of those little creeks or drains can actually be flowing. Get up. Beautiful. That's where I wanted you. I feel like sometimes that first drop is the most productive. There we go. Sean. There we go. Get up here, buddy. Get up here, buddy. All right. All right. Bass number 2. Not a hog by any means, but still Billy number 2. Beautiful Metro Minnesota Billy. See ya. I want to mix it up at the same token. The wacky's generating some bites, so I might just stick with it. I know Tyler's ripping around a Swimbait and potentially some other bigger presentations, so I might just stick with the constant.
This Swimbait is probably a little, oh my gosh, I was gonna say a Swimbait's too big for northern strain, but no, it's not. Gosh, we got something big. I think it's a pike. I have a feeling it's a pike. No, it's not, it's a largemouth, a big largemouth, big largemouth. Get in here, baby. Oh no, 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 no. Come on, yes sir, come on. Big old chunky northern strain largemouth bass on the Rage Swimmer, sick. Of course, as I'm in the process of saying this thing is too big for northern strain, no it's not. I'm sure y'all could tell from the drone shot of this corner, but I think it's actually a little bit deeper than at least this bank over here that I was fishing, and it held a nice sized bass. I'm gonna guess it's 2.7, let's weigh it. Gosh, and I'm talking a bite. That thing got thumped. That might be big eye enemies post spawn. 2.56, okay, just a little big eyed. But that right there is what I'm talking about. Nothing better than a big old chunk on a swim bait. Hopefully Sam's been catching them, but I'm glad I finally got one. See you later, chunky gal. 2 thumbs up from Tyler. So I guess the color doesn't really matter all that much because they don't have any bait fish here, but you know what? I found a grayish, whitish bait is just a good one to get bass's attention all across the country. And this thing swims a lot better than I thought it would. I'm kind of bummed that I haven't thrown it in the last few ponds. It's kind of been sitting in my tackle bag. Definitely gonna throw it a lot more throughout this trip. May even have to go pick up a few more. But that was the cast I thought I was gonna get bit on. I think the edge is steeper over there. And man, did I ever get bit. That was a straight up donk. Man, I was really hoping if I'm making multiple casts back to that exact same area, they'd be grouped up, but that has not been the case so far. Getting a wacky rig way over there is probably the best, but I mean, that's like 2 wacky rig casts away from here. Well, let's go wacky rig a few more casts out into the open over here. I'm gonna get an Ocho. I feel like I can cast that a little further. And it would probably be smart to use an O-ring if I'm gonna be trying to like whip it way out there. But you can't tell me Minnesota bass don't want that.
Any nibbles, buddy?
Yeah, I got 5. I caught a 2.5 pounder on a swim bait.
Nice. On the swim bait?
I donked it.
Okay, I'm gonna just walk this little ditch. I saw there's like a culvert. I'm gonna hit that and then I'll be back quick. And then, dude, I think we should, then we should hit the Peninsula.
I agree.
All right, good luck, buddy.
Thanks, man. I mean, bud. If you're gonna be in Minnesota, you gotta speak the language. The buds and the A's and the pops. You know, down south, we call every kind of soda a Coke. Although not like in conversation, we call it that. So it's like you get to somebody's house and you're like, hey, you want a Coke? And you're like, yeah, what do you got? I got Sprite, I got Dr. Pepper, I got whatever. Say if you're planning a party, you tell someone, hey, you are in charge of bringing the Coke. Not soda pop, and for sure as heck, not pop. That sounds awful. Or do we go to the grocery store, put our groceries in a bag? Okay, I have fished out this spot. I'm just gonna grab my wacky worm and fish as much of this corner as I have access to. It do be looking kind of shallow though.
All right, we're doing it. So from way back there where it's kind of more of a public path, I got up on one of those little drain pipes and I could see what looked like a legit drain pipe with potentially some water flowing in on the other side of this pond. I like this for 2 reasons. Potentially the water's moving in, and also this isn't as convenient as those other areas. I feel like just less pressure around here. Any luck? Is there a culvert on this side? You mind if I just peek my head down here?
There's one right here.
One right here, okay. And is there another one down there?
I don't think so.
Okay.
This one like goes under the highway. It's another pond over there.
Okay. Well, good luck to you guys.
All right, not much access here and not much deep water. So let's join Sobe and head to a different part of the pond. Now this spot here is actually part of a totally different pond system. I don't think this is connected to that one in any way, but it's right across the street. So I'm gonna fish it, and man, do we have a lot more milfoil, tons of it. I guess the warm weather really got this stuff sprouting, which you think would lead to clearer water, but honestly, this is the dirtiest water I've seen all day. Maybe 2 foot visibility max.
Any McNibbles on the dock?
I just got here. And dude, look, the Raid Swimmer looks way better weightless than I thought it would.
Oh, that looks really good. Dude, I love Texas boys. They're always throwing giant stuff. Stuff that we're way too scared to throw.
A 5.5 inch swim bait is not giant stuff, Sam.
Oh, 5.5 inch swim bait, that's like, that is spooky territory.
I'm not digging this dirty water. Oh, there's one. A jig is not my preferred thing to cast at a cruising bass. But dude, he popped up out of the grass and went right back in.
Oh, I think there's a small bass right here. Oh my gosh, that was so freaking loud of a cast. Oh my gosh, I absolutely stubbed my toe.
Okay, so there are bass in this pond. Good sign. But Sam and I are not taking advantage of them. All right.
To the Peninsula, it's calling us.
Yeah, this pond ain't the juice or the sauce. Ooh, muddy.
We in the dirt now. Ooh, clear. Back on the clear pond. Oh, there's a billy right there, just shot off. It must be on a bed right there.
Oh, yeah, I see him. Heck yeah. Man, the one thing I just haven't seen a whole lot of is bluegill beds. Like if it truly was totally post-spawn in this pond, you'd see a bunch of those things everywhere, but I'm not seeing any of them. And it's totally possible I just haven't found the right area, but I really think we're dealing with full-blown spawn and then a cold front that kind of knocked them off. And I think I see one right there. Oh, here he comes, here he comes. He ate it, but he's too small to actually get the hook in his mouth. No, he was all of 8 inches, a quarter scoop. Well, this spot here has a lot more open water, so I think if I'm gonna catch one on a swim bait, at least another one, this is probably a good spot to do it at. Oh my goodness, an otter just swam right at my feet. I hope y'all could see that on the chest mount. I doubt that I was pointed low enough. An otter just swam right here. Wow. That bedfish not come back?
No, he didn't, no, but still, I want to try this corner, make sure I'm not passing up some juice.
It's a beautiful day for a swim bait bite.
Oh, this is a nice park bench here.
Oh, I know. Oh, I want to catch them on a swim bait, but I don't know how many are in that mood. But if they were all the size of the first one, I'll throw this all day. Well, this is the most obvious spot in this whole pond, so.
I know, it's just a dynamic point, just cutting this pond basically in a third.
The fish on this area probably see the most lures out of anywhere on this pond, so. Y'all wanted pressured ponds, here you go. We're gonna leave Sam for a second, head back down the path so I can cast the swim bait into a little shallower water. And you know, I may be dealing with the case of false confidence where the lure that I got a bite on and caught a fish on is really not the best one for the pond, for the daily situation. But it's like, I got a fish, so I mean, like, should I keep throwing that, or is there something better? But regardless of catching a fish on it or not, I just have a lot of confidence in a soft paddle tail swim bait in these conditions. Really clear water, relatively calm. So I'm gonna keep chunking it. Man, nothing. Not a follow, not a nibble. Well, Sam, where'd the bass go?
I was expecting to maybe even see more on beds, but maybe they're all post spawn, but are they all bed up in the corner and hide away from it?
Yeah. As usual, all the bass are exactly where you can't get.
Gotta do it. I gotta see how far over I can get there.
I'll join you in a sec. Like, the weather's not that cold. Although maybe to these fish, that kind of cold front was enough.
I don't know if a bass would crawl back this far, but I gotta try it. 2 casts with the frog. Oh no, I just got bit. I just got bit. No way. No way. I was not expecting that. This is like a puddle. Truthfully, a puddle. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so risky, but I gotta do it. I don't know if I wanna throw the bubble gum. I gotta do it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, not good. Not good. Not good. It's kind of good. Oh, it's kind of a good one. We're going in. Screw the bait. Oh gosh! Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
We're not going. We're not going. I gotta try to get him up. Oh, I should have just stuck with the frog. No, I don't know if he's still on there. Oh no! Oh no! I think he's still on.
He's still on there.
Come on! Come on, buddy. Oh, come on, buddy. We can see him.
How big is he?
He's like a 2P. I gotta go. I don't know what to do. Hold this 1 second. The lavalier's coming off. Oh, I don't want to ruin your mic.
Oh, you're fine.
We gotta get him.
I think he might have freed himself a little bit.
A combo catch right here. Oh no. We gotta get him. We gotta get him. We gotta get him. It's like kind of deep.
It's so deep.
Oh, come on. Oh, where'd he go? Is he still there?
I think he is.
Don't get any deeper. Don't get any deeper. The bubblegum, baby! Let's go! Let's go!
Oh my gosh. That was nuts. You can't script that.
This is like a puddle back in here. I threw the frog, boom, one blows up on the frog and I miss him. I'm like, oh no. Should have just probably kept throwing the frog back in there. Threw the frog in again, nothing, and I'm like, this is such a risky play. But I'm throwing the bubble gum. And we got him.
Good grief.
Beautiful.
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, for the love of the game, we got him. Beautiful pond, Billy.
All right, 3-pounder, my gosh.
I love it.
I can't believe you just did that.
We gotta get a selfie together with this. Here we go, he can swim from there. Keep going, buddy. Be free.
You're crazy. You're nuts.
Earlier today, I soaked my socks in the Vans, and I was like, you know what? Soaked socks, it's already over. It's over. And then once I hooked up, we haven't gotten a bite in a little while. I was like, all gas, no brakes. This is happening. Will we get the wacky hook back? I don't know.
Good thing is both of us are sponsored by a hook brand, so we can afford another hook.
We're golden. We'll just retie. Get in there with a frog if I didn't totally just disturb everything.
Goodness, you're still good. That's crazy. I mean, y'all can see from the drone shot how small of a puddle this is. I mean, it barely connects to the other side. And man, those kind of places can hold a bass. It's crazy. Oh man, my feet are gonna get wet too. Whatever. I just don't know how to get to that little section over there. And I'm gonna try to step on all the cattails that I can. And I'm just gonna hope it's the exact same depth all the way out. But I can't leave here with just one fish. The more stuff I can step on, the better. Oh yeah, look at that. A beautiful, serene backwater pocket. I guess maybe it's got too much cattails. The fish can't get to this area from the main body, but they can get to where Sam caught his. That's possible. Even though this looks juicy, it may actually be dead water. All right, last cast. Son of a biscuit. Let's head back. Nothing like pushing your way through reeds and Lululemon joggers. I should really stop pond hopping in these things. Now, I can't believe it, but we actually skipped right over this beautiful little calm corner. Oh, and I see a 2-pounder maybe. He's just cruising. I should probably cast to him before I get up there. That would be smart, eh? If I can figure out how to get to him. Oh, I had him, no! Oh, shoot. Here he comes. Oh, we passed right by it. Wow. As I've told y'all many times with cruising fish, sometimes you have one chance at them. And I botched that one chance. Man, I just don't think there are that many bass in this pond. Population's pretty low, I'm fairly confident. It is crazy how I felt that bite just by holding the rod like this with my fingertip on the front of the rod. And in conditions like this, you can really feel when they bite it as long as your line is not totally slack. And even then, I felt a lot of bites on this thing. So if you're looking for a good all-around spinning rod for bank fishing, check this thing out.
All right, next area. Don't overlook the little puddles. That was so surprising. Oh my gosh. But that really makes me want to kind of bushwhack into here. I'm just bringing the frog. Okay, so I can't see the water, but I know it's in front of me somewhere, and I'm just doing it. I am blind flip frogging potentially the mouth of this channel. There's got to be a way to it. And now that I'm wet, I'm fearless. How do I not try it? One more time in the puddle. Here we go. Got a nice one on it. Get out of there. On the frog. Here we go. Even better one. Let's go. Let's go. On the freaking frog. Second one out of that little puddle. Let's freaking go, dude. Yes. Holy freaking smokes, it happened again. It is so small. I don't know how well you guys can see it. Beautiful Billy. All right, I'm gonna probably walk out there and get him back a little bit. Awesome. All right, I'm gonna get him back out there. See you, buddy. Get back out there. Wow, that was violent. 50-pound braid on Kermit the Frog. Freaking torqued it. My shoes are wet. My pants are wet. My undies are wet, but my heart is happy. That's what it's about.
Well, it turns out that my day was tough, but Sam caught another one.
From the pond.
Out of the pond, which is just crazy. So, you know, I actually like it, believe it or not, when I get beat on my own channel, especially by the home team, because it just goes to show you that you're not always going to be the best angler on the water. And today, that was Sam, although he
and a little luck helped. I feel like a little luck, a little dumb luck of being like, well, there's a puddle. And that just goes to show, like, don't overlook anything.
No,
throw
of course
where
not.
you think they don't get thrown at, and just, fish anything.
Make the longer cast than anybody else, make the better skip than anybody else, learn your techniques, or just get your pants wet.
Yeah.
And you might catch more bass. So thanks to Big Sam for joining the channel. And if you're in the Midwest, right, matter of fact, anybody, but especially if you're in the Midwest, this guy has the content for you. He's got his Tourney Tuesday series, which is kind of like the local, small, no pro anglers, you know, in these tournaments, but just like the kind of everyday man.
Yeah, little Wednesday nighters, little Tuesday nighters.
Yeah, he documents those, and then of course ice fishing content in the winter, which I do zero of because
you need to come.
We don't have any. I do need to come.
Will you come?
That's true.
Potentially.
You know what?
Let's get on the ice together. Let's get on the ice together.
We'll get on the ice together. But I'll leave his channel down below, as well as his most recent video up here in the corner over his face. Both the tackle he was throwing and the stuff I was throwing will be linked down in the video description. Any parting words?
Oh, man. Good luck. Good luck to each and every one of you. If you're from California all the way up to Canada, good luck spring fishing. Get out there, whether it's a pond, a kayak, in your boat with a buddy. Go make some memories and just have a good time. Thank you for having me.
Love it. And we'll see y'all next time right here on 200 Ponds.